he's always mad at me, right? And he doesn't want a divorce, but I don't like him and don't want to deal with him, so that's just how it is. Like,
This week, Netflix has released a new true crime documentary called Sins of Our Mother, which tells the story of Lori Vallow Daybell, the Doomsday mom, who is accused of murder and the conspiracy to commit murder after meeting a Doomsday preacher who believed that people could be possessed by evil spirits. I'm Adam Andrews with Where Are They Now? Make sure to slap that like button to help us grow, and I'll tell you all about Lori Vallow Daybell and the ongoing investigation. Also known as Lori Ryan Vallow, Lori Vallow Daybell, and Lori Ryan Daybell, she was dubbed the Doomsday Mom after being charged with conspiracy to commit murder and first-degree murder in the cases of her children, JJ Vallow and Tylee Ashlyn Ryan, as well as the first wife of her accomplice Chad Daybell, Tammy Daybell. She is also charged with conspiracy to commit murder in the case of Charles Vallow, her fourth husband, who she married in 2006. Now, Lori, who was born Lori Noreen Cox on June 26, 1973, in San Bernardino, California, had a history of not so successful relationships. At the age of 19, she married her high school boyfriend, Nelson Yanes. At 22, she married again and had her first son, Colby, who never knew his biological father. In 2001, Lori married her third husband, Joseph Ryan, who she had a daughter with, Tylee Ashlyn Ryan. But this marriage also ended in 2005 with her seemingly very aggressive brother, Alex Cox, even attacking and tasing Joseph in 2007. In 2006, Lori got married again, this time to Charles Vallow, and the two eventually adopted his nephew, JJ Vallow. It was around 2015, however, when Lori's fixation with Doomsday cults, and specifically Doomsday author Chad Daybell and his series Standing in Holy Places, began. I'm not exactly sure when it started, but probably when I was around 11, is what her son Colby had said. He carried on saying, "I was never brought into it, really. I definitely feared it because I heard it from her and because I trusted her. But as I grew up, probably around 17 or 18, I was like, I'm just going to live my life the way I can. I can't live a life of impending fear of something happening. I can't live like that. It's an anxious life." So I never bought into any of the ideas that it was going to happen. Now, Chad Daybell has written more than 25 books that are referred to as, quote, doomsday literature. He is also the president of Spring Creek Book Company, which specifically publishes apocalyptic books and near-death accounts. Lori officially met Chad Daybell in 2008 at the Preparing a People conference in St. George, Utah, which she had gone to with her friend Melanie Gibb. Now, Gibb has said that by the end of the weekend of the conference, Chad Daybell had told Lori that the two of them had been married in 7 lifetimes before this one. Chad also later referred to Lori as an, quote, eternal being of 21 separate lives, only 5 of which had occurred on this planet, which were the same 5 that he had happened to lived on this planet as well. Which is another way of saying this guy was completely off of his rocker and was highly manipulative. But then again, she believed him, so maybe they were meant for each other, I don't know. Lori was also thrilled and very excited about this belief system and became increasingly fixated on Chad. Several weeks after their meeting, Lori's husband left town on a business trip, and Lori held an overnight gathering at her home that both Gibb and Chad Daybell went to. Daybell was speaking at another conference in Mesa, Arizona, close to where Lori lived at this time. Gibb later recalled Chad lavishing attention on Lori and expounding upon his unusual religious beliefs and, quote, the deeper mysteries of God with a small group of the overnight guests. According to Gibb, Chad stated that he had lived 31 different lives on various Earth-like planets. Now, it's believed that they both shared a cult-like belief system, with Daybell claiming he could tell if people were, quote, light or dark, and whether they'd made, quote, a contract with God or Satan. They also believed in zombies, which they thought of as bodies which had been possessed by evil spirits. They appeared together on a podcast called Time to Warrior Up, which has since been deleted, but it can be found on YouTube, so if you want to find it, you can definitely go do that. Apparently, around this time, Chad and Lori began talking about using their doomsday cult beliefs to justify the passing of both JJ and Tylee. By January 2019, Charles Vallow had become concerned for his own safety and the safety of his children, which he reported to the police. Apparently, Lori had told Charles she was a, and I quote here, translated being who cannot taste death, sent by God to lead the 144,000 into the millennium, end quote. Lori also said that she no longer cared about him or JJ and claimed that she was the reincarnated wife of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints founder Joseph Smith. Charles even tried to bring his wife in for a 72-hour evaluation, which didn't really pan out. Charles finally divorced from his wife in February of 2019 after she had threatened to end his life, had taken $35,000 from their bank account, and had stolen his truck. Lori ended up moving with her kids closer to where Chad Daybell and his wife Tammy lived in Rexburg, Idaho in September of that year. But from here, things really began to go downhill. It was on July 11th, 2019 that Alex Cox, the brother of Lori, took the life of Charles Vallow, her recently divorced husband. Apparently this had been in self-defense, according to Alex, although later his death would be ruled a homicide. This same month, Chad Daybell and Lori began sending each other romantic text messages using fake names of James and Alina. In September of 2019, Lori, her brother Alex, Tylee, and JJ went on a trip to Yellowstone National Park, and September 8th was the last day Tylee was ever seen alive. JJ was attending Kennedy Elementary School in Rexburg, which Lori unenrolled him from on September 24th and claimed to begin homeschooling the boy, but he was last seen on September 23rd, 2019 in a doorbell video. Chad's wife, Tammy Daybell, died under, quote, mysterious circumstances, originally listed as a cardiac arrest, around the same time the children went missing on October 19th, 2019. This was 2 weeks before Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell secretly married in Hawaii on November 5th, 2019. Now a few weeks later, on November 26th, the police went to check in on JJ as his grandmother, Kay Woodcock, reported that she had not spoken to JJ in months. Lori had lied to the police, telling them that JJ was with Melanie Gibb, which Gibb denied. This led to the police declaring JJ and Tylee missing, claiming it could be linked to the death of Tammy Daybell, and they named Lori and Chad persons of interest. At this time, the two had flown back to Hawaii. On November 26th, Hawaii police served Lori and Chad search warrants, and this was the day after they were given 5 days to return JJ and Tylee to Rexburg, which they failed to do, which led to Lori's arrest and the investigation into both her and Chad Daybell for the crimes of murder. The remains of both JJ and Tylee were found in Daybell's backyard on June 9th, 2020. On the next day, June 10th, 2020, Chad Daybell was arrested and charged with 2 felony counts of destruction, alteration, or concealment of evidence, with his bail set at $1 million and that he remain in the area with an ankle monitor. His children came to his defense though. They spoke with CBS News and told him that they believed Chad was innocent and that he had been manipulated by his new wife. But that didn't matter to Judge Stephen Boyce, as he had ruled that the pair will stand trial together in 2023 for murder and conspiracy to commit it. If they are indeed convicted, the pair will be considered for the death penalty. In addition to JJ and Tylee, Lori is also charged with conspiring to kill her former estranged husband, Charles Vallow, with the help of her now deceased brother, Alex Cox. According to her son Colby, after his 2 younger siblings vanished in September of 2019, his mother refused to tell him what happened to them. Earlier this month, Vallow was in court for a procedural hearing ahead of her capital murder trial. She refused to enter a plea on the murder charges, so a judge entered a not guilty plea on her behalf. Meanwhile, Chad Daybell has pled not guilty. The pair are set to face trial in January 2023. The trial is set for 10 weeks and will take place in Boise, Idaho. The judge has dismissed Lori's defense team's notion to ban cameras from the court, and so the trial will be camera recorded, but I have no idea if that means it will be streamed like some other recent high-profile cases. As for Lori's brother, Alex Cox, he passed away on December 12th, 2019 due to blood clots and high blood pressure. On August 24th of this year, Netflix announced they are releasing a docu-series about Lori Vallow Daybell titled Sins of Our Mother, and it is set to be released on September 13th, 2022. I highly recommend you check it out, as it features direct interviews with family members involved, including Lori's son, Colby Ryan. That is all the information I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Adam Andrews, this has been Where Are They Now, and until next time, stay safe and well informed out there.